Hello, this is Balaji, and this presentation is about becoming Linux. The title says Linux, it's an operating system, but it has some information about health, how we can maintain a health that is on par with the Linux operating system, and how we can be or feel do not have the fear about the virus releases every now and then that happens to our society. So let's get into the presentation. So this chart compares Windows and Linux operating system. As you might know, the Windows operating system is a commercial one. It is used widely for documentation, presentation, and for office use. It is the major target for developers of viruses and malwares, and it is most vulnerable without an antivirus software. However, it is very easy to install and use. Now let's take a look at the Linux operating system. It is open source and it is virtually free. Used widely for high performance computing. It is more secure than Windows. Hackers or developers of viruses will find difficulty to break through Linux. And however, it needs some guidance on installation and use. So if you have used a Linux operating system, you know that we usually do not think too much about the virus releases and what antivirus software we have to build in and so on. So there are inherent properties in a Linux operating system that will not allow the viruses to find its ways into its working. So let's take a look at the commonalities between a Windows operating system and the current health sector. Both are spotted with events of virus outbreaks followed by antivirus protection release. Considerable money is spent to maintain good health. Of course, there is a performance degradation and isolation in the event of infection. So this is going on and on. And so what are we going to do? What we need to realize is there a Linux alternative for maintaining a good health? So one such alternative that I am aware is fasting. Fasting builds immunity. So once you have a good immunity, the fear of infection will go away, and the absence of fear automatically means that it is the presence of love. So so that is the first and the foremost step that we need to have. Another benefit of fasting is it removes unwanted or harmful cells. So your body will shrink, the body will melt, and mass is converted to energy. So from being a state of existence or as a mass, we will get converted into a state of existence of energy. So that is beautiful, and one has to experience it to see how it feels when you are in the form of energy, when you are in the form of embodiment of energy. So and the modern science, for example, scientist Oshinori Oshumi from Japan has discovered that fasting removes unwanted or harmful cells, even cancerous cells. It is known by the name autophagy. So it is a good thing, and researchers also say that you will have clarity in thinking, and the decision making will be good. So there is a performance improvement, and it is cost free. After all, we are only going to fast, and it is not going to cost us any material. We are going to get rid of the additional mass and material that we have accumulated in our body over ages. So however, it needs some initial guidance, because we may have the fear that, okay, if I skip, what will happen to my body? Will I get ulcer? Okay, I'm a diabetic patient, so can I fast? So that kind of thing. So initial guidance is definitely needed, um, to get rid of this fear. So fear of fasting. So that is always there. So now, how do I move from a Windows to a Linux operating system, or how do how do I make my body that is Windows like to a body that is Linux like? that is becoming Linux. So let's say we take three times food in a day: morning breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then early morning coffee, tea, then 10 o'clock coffee, and then snacks, and then evening snacks, then evening tea, then going before the bed we take some fruits or whatnot. So we keep on dumping our body with food, and we keep it always busy with the task of digestion. So it has little time to really rework and repair our body and to build the immunity. So fasting helps. So how do I do that? So let's start by skipping the lunch. So when we feel hungry or when we feel thirsty, let's have water. That will really help us. And sometimes we may feel headache. Some people will feel headache. So in that case, no need to take any medicines for the headache. Just continue to fast. The headache will disappear in an hour or so. And then once you are into this practice, you will see that there is a your body will start to melt, and meaning the body weight will go down, and then you see there will be a performance improvements, you feel energetic and so on. So while you are at this for a couple of weeks, you can extend it to skipping your breakfast also. And then then the natural question is, okay, I fast, but how long do I fast? So that comes the what is there any guideline for that? So yes, there is a guideline from Tirukural. It is a Sangam age Tamil classic, almost at least 2000 years before. It is written by sage Thiruvalluvar. In verse 942, he guides us how long we should wait. He says that when you are hungry, you take the food. Okay, now that you have taken a food, please wait until that food got digested and it has found its way outside your body. That is, after you have defecated that food out of your body, now go and take your next food. That is what Sage Thruvalur is saying. So this will at least require 12 to 48 hours of gap in time between your food intakes. So we need to sensitize ourselves to the presence of food that we have taken, and wait for this food to get leave the body. Okay, now why did Sage Thruvalur did not specify a particular time to wait? That is because the residence time of the food that is taken in is dependent upon many variables. It is dependent upon your emotion, your mental well-being, the extent of physical work that you're doing, the type of food that is taken, and how it is taken, whether it is chewed well or not, the environmental conditions, and so on and so forth. So let's wait before we take our food. And then the natural question that we have is, okay, during this time when I'm waiting, my body or my stomach is feeling hungry. Should I now not go and have food? Then the answer to that is, being hungry is only an indication that the stomach is free. And if you now feed it, it will do its job. But it should not be the reason for having food. So the reason for having food is to survive, and for survive and to lead a quality life, you need to be healthy, and to maintain your good health, you need to have a good immune system, and to have that, you need to wait until at least the previously taken food has found its way out of the body. So for more information, you can reach us. We are from Chennai. This is Balaji, the student of Sanjay Manikam. So we are working here to eradicate fear from our society, and we are also the practitioners of Varmakalai, an ancient Tamil art that heals us from many ailments. So if you have any queries or if you have any suggestions, please let us know. And until then, this is Balaji. Thank you.